It's just a fact of life.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 234 pounds, this is Eli Drake.
Eli Drake is a former world champion. He has 2 briefcases as a result of Feast or Fired. One of them has a contract for a future world championship match that Eli can cash in whenever he wants. The other is for the contract that he's cashing in tonight for the World Tag Team titles. Eli went out and got himself a ringer of a tag team partner.
Yeah, you know, every smart business move that Eli Drake could make, he's made. He lost the world title, Josh, but life's not about what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Ever since that, he's made every great move he could make.
Eli Drake has found himself with 2 opportunities to become a champion here in Impact Wrestling. Will one of these championships be acquired tonight?
And now, introducing his tag team partner, about to make his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, this is Scott Steiner.
He was an NCAA All-American wrestler, 2-time WCW United States champion, 2-time WCW World Television champion, WCW World champion, IWGP World Tag Team champion with his brother Rick, WWF World Tag Team champion with his brother Rick, Impact World Tag Team champion with Booker T.
There's maybe been no one in the history of the business that's transitioned from tag team wrestler to main event singles wrestler quite like Scott Steiner.
He's also the most unpredictable man on the planet.
He doesn't like you very much.
Did you see what happened at WrestleCon?
I did.
I was scared to death. I thought Scott Steiner was going to murder me in New Orleans. Talk about an intimidating individual.
Orgullosamente latino hasta la muerte y después. Worldwide Latino pride, the ambassadors of violence, LAX, K-Dog, the notorious 187.
So if you're Santana and Ortiz, how are you now preparing for this match? You don't have Conan, you don't know what happened to Conan. Somebody took out K-Dog.
Are you hearing anything?
No.
You're supposed to be a broadcast journalist, Josh.
I'm on Twitter right now.
You're on Twitter. That's great investigative reporting.
Well, I want to know who King is.
Right.
Who got to LAX?
Yep.
Who got to Conan? And what's going to happen as a result of Conan being taken out?
Well, they said Conan would want them to continue with this wrestling match, with this title defense. That may be true, but I don't know how smart it is.
Do you agree that Conan would want them to be out here competing?
100%. And if you talk about they don't want to be fronting, they've got a street cred that they've got to play into here. You don't back down from a fight if you're on the street, Josh Matthews.
How important is it to Santana and Ortiz to keep their street cred?
It's huge because when they leave here, they don't go back to Beverly Hills or Columbus, Ohio. They go back to Hell's Kitchen or wherever the hell they came from, Brooklyn, New York, and they got to answer to people on the street because people will step to and take what they got.
Well, the street sounds like a rough place.
It does sound terrible.
Scott Steiner on the apron. He looks ready to go. Eli Drake found himself just a tremendous tag team partner. I ran down the resume so quickly, but when you look at all those championships that Scott has acquired, was there anybody better to get than Scott Steiner?
I don't think so, and I mean, I love Eli Drake. He's a 5-tool player, as they say in baseball. He literally could do it all in this business, and he's also apparently got a great eye for talent, to your point.
A lot of people didn't think that Eli Drake had a friend in the wrestling business, and he goes out and gets Scott Steiner. So the World Tag Team titles are on the line here tonight, live at Redemption.
And what you've got here is the classic great wrestling tag team against 2 great singles wrestlers who are tagging up. I remember seeing the Midnight Express versus Flair and Wyndham. Who's going to win, the two best singles guys or the tag team? I always err on the side of the tag team because they work together as a tandem much better.
And is it familiarity? I mean, you know the other one so well. Can you read the other one's mind? Do you get to that level?
I think it's like brothers, but it goes even deeper than that, because sometimes with family, you don't have to engage with them. But if you're on the road as a tag team, you're around each other all the time. And this is more than a tag team. This is street, as we talked about.
Fans chanting for LAX here in Orlando. They respect Santana and Ortiz so much for what they've done in their careers.
How do they chant for hoodlums? I don't understand.
Oh, I mean, Don, that's the great thing about pro wrestling fans. They can cheer and chant for whoever they want. I mean, they're in love with Falaba, and you've got hivelings who love Rosemary out there.
No accounting for taste is what you're talking about. And Eli's already talking smack, and I love it.
Not sure Eli should talk smack to Santana, who hops up and connects to the back of the head of Eli Drake. Santana's story is so great, Don. He only wanted to be a professional wrestler. He found a wrestling school in New York. The trainer told him, look, I'm not going to start your training until you graduate high school. The day that he got his diploma, he started wrestling school. Didn't go to prom, didn't go to graduation, started wrestling. And Santana has not stopped ever since.
Yeah, and this is that teamwork, those tandem moves that you're going to get when you've got a regular tag team. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful assisted moonsaults. Here comes Ortiz off the ropes, and the big man drops down. Cover and a kick out.
Dead man drop, shades of a Harley race headbutt there.
Let me ask you this now. Have Scott and Eli, in your opinion, have they been talking every day? Have they been texting with each other?
How do you talk to Scott Steiner? He just yells at people.
Great points.
You think as great as Eli Drake is, he's going to tell Scott Steiner something about tag team strategy? Best just to let Scott do what Scott does.
Scott Steiner now in the ring for the first time in this match. That's what I did last year at Slammiversary. Scott was my tag team partner.
It's amazing you don't have more heat with people than you do, Josh.
Ortiz set for the ride, and Eli, now they're working together.
That's classic Eli Drake. Now, the Steiner brothers as a tag team did not do a lot of what we just saw because they didn't have to, but Eli Drake is a devious individual.
Eli not afraid to bend to break the rules on the outside there with Ortiz. He wants to become one half of the World Tag Team Champions with Scott Steiner. Scott's doing a great job at keeping the referee at bay inside the ring.
And he's playing off the hot-headedness of LAX. We talked about the street. If you step to someone on the street, you can't walk away. You've got to do something. And they're using that to get these guys hot and monopolize the referee in their corner.
Such a different mindset for individuals like LAX, right, than Scott Steiner and Eli Drake.
It's not just about a wrestling match. It's not just about the money. It's about them as men. Beautiful. And that's why they'll never back down. Nice belly to belly.
A classic Scott Steiner. He lifts Ortiz up. I'm not sure Eli thought that was a great move there by Scott to try not
He's just trying to make Santana crazy, and he's doing a great job of it.
LAX recently returned from Germany. They were overseas competing. How much does
they
that
can get out of the country?
They can get out of the country. How much does that take a toll on your body? You leave, you're on a plane for 17 hours, you compete in Germany, you come back and you're on a live pay-per-view.
Well, it's certainly suboptimal, Josh. There's no question, especially in Steiner.
Big move there by Scott Steiner on Santana.
And that big 21-inch arm.
Oh, look at that. Ortiz goes down. Scott Steiner's taking over this match.
Get up, bitches!
What did he say?
He said get up, and then
something.
Yes. He also told everyone a few weeks ago that he's world famous.
And this tag team situation is great for Scott Steiner because he can come in, he can hit a flurry of big moves and monopolize the ref and then get out. Nice double elbow.
Both men drop elbows on LAX. The tag team titles are in jeopardy as Eli goes for a cover and a kick out by Ortiz. Ortiz is the powerhouse of LAX. And how much are LAX right now thinking about Conan and what happened?
Imagine the New England Patriots getting on the field without Bill Belichick. Think about that. This is worse than that. Conan's not just a manager. He's not just a coach, a mentor. He's almost like a father to these guys. And not only is he not here, but they don't know what his state of well-being is.
We will try to keep you guys up to date as much as we can on the status of Conan. If we get any updates, big time DDT there from Ortiz.
And one thing about that street lifestyle that LAX lives is you are at risk all the time. And I think, I hate to say it, I hope that's not what happened to Conan, but we read about this stuff in the newspaper all the time. It's a dangerous, dangerous, high-risk lifestyle.
Can Ortiz make the tag to Santana? Can Scott Steiner make the tag to Eli Drake? And here we go. World Tag Team Championship on the line. Santana, he caught Eli Drake. Preemptive strike to Steiner on the outside. Santana can move. Probably the quickest man of the four in the ring. And Santana using that to his advantage. Rolling cutter.
And now LAX are going to do what they do best. Double team for maximum destruction.
Big time offense from LAX. Shoulders down. Will they retain it? Scott Steiner just shoves Ortiz.
He just high-faced him halfway across the ring, using all that 270 pounds overhead, belly-to-belly suplex by Scott Steiner. And another one.
Big time overhead throw there from Scott Steiner. Don, this is like going back in time.
Oh, yeah, still able to pop those hips and execute those throws.
How long have you known Scott Steiner?
Long enough to know that I should stay away from him. Very volatile.
Santana up on the top rope now. Can't think about Scott Steiner. Has to try to deliver some offense, and Scott comes up big.
Clubbing right hand to the forehead of Santana by Big Scott Steiner. What is this now? Come on! Scott Steiner on the top rope. Frankensteiner from the top!
Are you kidding me?
And he's not done that in over 5 years. He must want this like nobody's business.
Scott Steiner is on fire right now.
Top rope Frankensteiner from Scott Steiner in this match.
Steiner found a time machine, and now looking for the Steiner recliner.
Look at this. If he hooks it, it's over.
Santana may be forced to tap out. Ortiz trying to break it up, and he does. Eli Drake trying to keep Ortiz at bay. He'll look for that big springboard moonsault up the top.
Such a great athlete. Caught that super kick. Ate it.
Got to keep your head on a swivel in a match like this. There are throws coming from every direction and every angle. And here comes Santana. Here comes Santana yet again with Eli Drake in the buckle. Can Eli overpower, or will Santana use his speed and agility?
Caught it, point of the chin. Taking too much time.
Look at Eli Drake. Looking for a superplex. Santana hanging out with everything he's got.
Great save there by Ortiz on Eli Drake.
And LAX, if they connect, will retain the World Tag Team titles. Santana opts to go after Steiner.
Was going to go for the street sweeper, opted to go after Scott Steiner, and now Ortiz has got Eli hooked. No, he doesn't.
Big ring to the eyes from Eli Drake. Wasn't a mistake of Santana to go to the outside. Eli looking for the gravy train. Connects.
Nailed it.
Eli Drake flies into the cover, hooks the leg, and we have new World Tag Team Champions.
Wow. The winners of the match and new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Scott Steiner and Eli Drake.
Critical mistake, Josh. Not going for the finish and going for the dive outside. And maybe that's just Conan not being there, because I guarantee you, Josh, if Conan had been there, he would have had it go to the finish.
It's 2018, and Scott Steiner is now a champion in Impact Wrestling as we take you back to everything that transpired. Don, they were looking great.
Phenomenal.
LAX, to Don's point, they work so well together in tandem with moves like this.
Look at this. Top rope Frankensteiner from Scott Steiner, and that's a mistake we talked about.
Yeah, Santana went to the outside. Eli Drake was able to counter the gravy train. Eli Drake and Scott Steiner are World Tag Team Champions. How amazing
is that? It's unbelievable. Scott Steiner and Eli Drake are the new Impact World Tag Team Champions.